In this video, I'm going to take the unit test. The test is about rates and proportional relationships. So let's begin. First question. There are 14 questions in this test. First one is, Carlos harvests cassavas at a constant rate. He needs 35 minutes to harvest a total of 15 cassavas. Write an equation to describe the relationship between T, the time, and C, the total number of cassavas. Okay, so T equals 35 minutes divided by 15 times C. Okay, this can be simplified. If I divide 35 by 5, it's 7, and this is 3, so T equals 7 over 3 times C. Right? See, minutes and cassavas. 15 cassavas and 35 minutes. So the relationship between the time and the total number of cassavas is T over C, which is 35 over 15. Okay. 35 divided by 5 is 7, 15 divided by 5 is 3, so this is the relationship between T and C expressed in an equation. Okay, so T equals 7 over 3 times C. T equals 7 over 3 C. Good. Which table has a constant of proportionality between y and x of 1.5? Choose one answer. Okay, so here the relationship between y and x, 7.5 divided by 5 is the same thing as 75 divided by 50, and so here the first pair is 1.5, but the second and third are not. Okay, here in C it's 1.5 between y and x. Here to multiply, when I multiply 8 times 1.5, I get to 12. 8.8 times 1.5 equals 12, and 9 times 1.5 equals 13.5, and 18 times 1.5 equals 27. So C is the correct option. Here 9.5 divided by 8, or 8 times 1.5 does not bring me to 9.5, so this is incorrect. And also here 1/2 of 5 is 2.5. So 5 times 1.5 is indeed 7.5. But 13, 1/2 of 13 is 6.5. So 13 times 1.5 is indeed 19.5. But 23, 1/2 of 23 is 11.5. So 23 plus 11.5 brings me to 34.5. So this pair does not have a constant of proportionality of 1.5. So the only table that has a constant of proportionality between y and x of 1.5 is C. Good. Lines A, B, and C show proportional relationships. Which line has a constant of proportionality between y and x of 6? Okay, so A, this is y, and this is x. So A, 6 divided by 1 is 6. So here the relationship in line A is the constant of proportionality between y and x is 6. So A is good. Here the point, where the point is, here the y is 5 and the x is 3. So the constant of proportionality in the B line is 5/3 between y and x. So this is incorrect. And C, the constant of proportionality between y and x is 2/4. So this is incorrect. So the correct option is A. What is the constant of proportionality in the equation y equals 5/4, 5/4 of x? So the equation for the constant of proportionality is y equals k times x. So in this equation, the constant of proportionality is 5/4. Lulu, the lucky, puts chests of gems into her treasure vault. Each chest holds the same number of gems. The table below shows the number of gems Lulu received from 3 different adventures and the number of chests she needed to hold the gems. Okay. Write an equation to describe the relationship between G, the number of gems, and C, the number of chests. Okay, so G, the number of gems, equals 600 divided by 2 times C, which is the number of chests. So G equals 300 times C. Okay, so the constant of proportionality is between the number of gems and the number of chests. It's 300 here, 600 divided by 2 is 300. 1500 divided by 5 is also 300, and 4800 divided by 16 is 300. 3 times 16 is 48, so 300 times 16 is 4800. So the relationship described in the equation is G, the number of gems. No. Yes. The number of gems is 300 times the number of chests. So if I plug in, for instance, the first pair, 600 equals 300, which is the constant of proportionality, times 2. So it's good. So G equals 300 times C. The quantities x and y are proportional. X and y are proportional. Okay, so we see that to go from x to y, we need to multiply times 2 times 11 equals 22, 7 times 11 equals 77, and 9 times 11 equals 99. So the constant of proportionality is 11. Find the constant of proportionality R in the equation y equals R times x. So y equals R times x. So y equals R is 22 over x times x. So y equals 11 times x. So the constant of proportionality is 11. To go from, so if I plug in 11 in this equation, so y, which is 22 in the first pair, equals the constant of proportionality 11 times x, which is 2, so it's good. Okay, select the store with the least expensive ice cream per scoop. Okay, so let's see option A and B. Store A calculates the total price D in dollars of ice cream with S scoops using the equation D equals 0.75 times S. Okay, so if this is the number of scoops and this is the total price in dollars, so it means that this is the price per scoop. Okay, 0.75. If I divide both sides of the equation by S, so I get dollars per scoop equals 0.75, 35 cents. So here, 75 cents. Store B, the number of scoops, the number of dollars, so D over S is 3 over 3, which is 1. Okay, here the cost per scoop is $1 exactly. And option C, so we have a point here, which is 6, and the x is 4, so 6, which is the total number of dollars, and scoops is 4, so the relationships between dollars and scoops is 6 to 4, so it's 1.5. So here the cost per scoop is $1.5. So the store with the least expensive ice cream per scoop is store A. The proportional relationship between the cost and the duration of a phone call is shown in the following graph. Okay, the proportion between the cost. Okay, so y is cost and x is duration in minutes. So we see that for every 8 minutes, the cost is $2. So $2 is 2, and the cost and the duration minutes. Okay, so let's put it in favor. So we have cost and we have minutes. So 8 minutes costs $2. So the relationship between the cost and the minutes is 2 over 8, which is 1/4 of $1, which is 25 cents per minute. Okay, dollars over minutes. Okay, so it's 25 cents per minute. Which statements about the graph are true? Choose all the answers that apply. The y-coordinate of point A represents total cost of 8 phone calls. No, it's not 8 phone calls, it's 8 minutes. The total cost of a 1-minute phone call is $0.3. No, this is incorrect because the total cost of 1 minute is 25 cents. So none of the above. The graph shows the relationship between mass of hamster food and the number of days it takes Gabin's hamster to eat it. Okay, so 1 day and 30 grams. Okay, you see here 1 and 30. So the x represents the number of days and the y-axis represents the number of grams. So every day Gabin the hamster eats 30 grams of food. So grams and days. So he eats for every 1 day he eats 30 grams. Okay, what does 30 mean in this situation? The number of grams that Gabin the hamster eats per day. So grams per day is 30 over 1, which is 30. 30 grams per day. Okay. Gabin's hamster. Okay, Gabin's is the name of the. It's not Gabin the hamster, it's Gabin's hamster. Okay, Gabin's hamster. It's a gram of food every 30 days now. Gabin feeds his hamster once every 30 days now. Gabin's hamster eats 30 grams of food a day. This is the correct answer. Then is an audiobook narrator. The table gives some completed audio lengths and the amount of time Zen spends researching, recording, and editing the audiobook. Completed length of audiobooks in hours and working time. Okay. What does 6.5 mean in this situation? It means total time, total working time, Zen needs to spend for every completed 1 hour length of audiobook. Zen spends 6.5 hours working for every hour of the completed audiobook. That's exactly right. Okay. Zen completes 6.5 audiobooks in an hour. No. Zen spends 6.5 hours working per audiobook. No. He works 6.5 hours per 1 completed hour of an audiobook. So A is the correct answer. How many proportional relationships are shown in the coordinate plane below? They are all lines. They are all going through the origin. So I guess they all represent proportional relationships. Let's verify. So here we have 1 point, which is 7 over 2. So this is, let's say this is line A, this is line B, line C. So line A is 7 over 2 in this point. And we have another point. Here we have 5 over 5, and no, it's not 5 over 5, and 9 over 9. This is B and C. I guess they all are, because it's linear and it goes through the origin, so all three lines show a proportional relationship. Table shows a proportional relationship between the number of pounds of bananas purchased and the total cost of bananas. So the number of pounds for every 3 pounds, the total cost in dollars is 1.47. A row of value is missing in the table. Which numbers of pounds of bananas and total cost of bananas could be used as the missing value? Okay, so cost per pound is 1.47 divided by 3. Okay, so 1.7 divided by 3 is 3 doesn't go into 1, so this is 0 point something. 0 times 3 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down 4. 3 goes into 14. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract 2 left. Bring down 7. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract no remainder. So the price per pound is 49 cents. 0.49 pounds. Okay. Let's verify that the second pair is also 49 cents, so 5 times 49. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 20. What? 49 cents times 5. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. We shift the decimal point 2 places to the left, so we get 2.45. And 9 times 9 times 49 cents. 9 times 49 cents is 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 8 is 44. And we shift the decimal point 2 places to the left, so we get 4.41. So we need to find a pair where the relationship is 49 cents. So 2 times 2 pounds times 49 cents is 98. So A is good. 49 times 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 8. So option A is correct. 7 times 49. 7 pounds times 49 cents. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 6. 28 plus 6 is 34. So option B is incorrect. This should be 3.43. Okay. 6 times 49. It looks correct. 6 times 9 is 36. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 3. 24 plus 3, 27. So this should be 2. I have a mistake here. 6 pounds. 49 cents. 9 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 6 is 64. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 5 is 29. So this is good. Okay. I got myself in an error because 6 times 5 is 3. If it was 50 cents, it was $3 and we have 49 cents. So it makes sense that it's 2.94. So this is correct. 1 pound of bananas doesn't cost 54 cents, it costs 49 cents. And 8 times 49. 49 times 8 is 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 7 is 39. So it's 3.92. Yes. So options A, C, and E are correct. Good. Chef Rita is cooking for a Sunday brunch. She knows that 22 pancakes. Pancakes. And people. So 22 pancakes can feed 8 people. So the relationship between pancakes people is 22 over 8. She is wondering how many people, P, she can feed with 55 pancakes. Okay, so the relationship between 22 and 8 is the same as the relationship between 55 and P. So to solve this, we can cross multiply, but first we will simplify this fraction. 8 divided by 2. Okay, so this is 11 over 4 equals 55 over P. So we have 11P, we cross multiply, 11 times P equals 55 times 4. 50 times 4 is 200, and 5 times 4 is another 20, so this is 220. So we divide both sides of the equation by 11, so we get P equals 220 divided by 11, which is 20. Right. So P equals 20. Verify if so this is the relationship. If I multiply 55 times 11 over 4, which is the relationship between the number of pancakes to the number of people, I should get 20. So 55 times 55 times 11. Okay, so this is 65 and this is 55. So together, this is 5, this is 10, and this is 605 divided by 4. it's the other way around. If I want to go from pancake to people, I need to multiply not by 11 over 4, I need to multiply times 4 over 11. Right. So 55 times 4 is 220 divided by 11. So it's 20. Yes, okay. So P equals 20. Jimmy receives his first free video games free, then pays $50 for each game after that. Okay. Is the amount of money he spends on video games proportional to the number of games he owns? No. For the relationship between the number of games he owns and the amount of money he spends, we need to see constant of proportionality. So the first three, okay, plot it on a graph. So this is the number of games. And this is the money he spends. So the first three are, let's say this is free. So this is the point here, and then we see the graph starting to rise. So the fourth game will be 50, and so this will be the graph. So it will be linear, but from here, so the fifth game will be 100. So from here we will have a straight line, but it will not go through the origin. So it means it's not proportional. Good. Thank you for watching. So this was the unit test for rates and proportional relationships. So next I will move on to the next unit. The next unit is expressions, equations, and inequalities. So I will see you in the next video.